What is up, and welcome back. We are doing post-match right now for 12 days. If you didn't watch our play-by-play of the game, that's last week. Go back and watch that. You can come back to us. We'll wait.
It was a fun time.
It was. The two winners of 12 days.
What's up?
So you know that we are reliable narrators for how good this game is. Before we get into the categories, just overall, how did you enjoy the game? This was your first time playing it.
Yes. I loved it. I think it's a good group game, 4 to what is it?
Six?
6.
3 to 5. We were close.
Around those numbers. You could probably get away with 6.
You could probably.
But it's a good group game, and especially the little change up we put to the rules for that second game. I think that's a really good way to play it.
That was so stressful.
I know, it was great.
Jordan was on the last 5 rounds. She's like, "There's 2 high cards," and she got all 3 of the low cards.
Wonderful. Love when things work out.
Oh yeah. This is a fun opener game. We played one last month with 5 Minute Dungeon. We have a few coming down the pipe. I wanted to start with quick opening games for this channel. But we'll dive right into the categories. The first category I have is box fit and box design. You have the box right here you can touch. Out of 10, how do you like the box fit of the cards?
I feel like it's an easy 9. It's
9?
not perfect, but it's I love these little card games, just little compact boxes. It's a little packet of rules and then the cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the way to do it.
Yeah.
No, go. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm exactly the same. I think this is a strong 9. I talked last month with Jordan that I have a few games that are perfect 10s. And this, if it wasn't kind of boring of a box, it would be a 10.
Yeah, I think there's nothing spectacular out of it that I think a 10 needs. Mm-hmm. But it does the job, and again, the size, it's nice and compact.
The size is perfect. Our next category is, again, out of 10, we have the rules. The rules were vaguely explained, and we always have the rules there.
I think rules of just the normal game, 6, or is it readability of the rules, or just
readability, understanding, kind of how easy it was to pick up the rules prior to the game start.
Okay, I would give that 10, honestly. A simple game, not a lot to it. I think just there's not as engaging at the just original rules. It's really you're just gonna save and get the high cards at the end kind of thing. But understandability 10. It's relatively simple.
Oh yeah, I would actually give this an 8 because there are a few things that did not make sense to me, and upon rereading the rules. Same as last week, I learned we did something wrong.
Of course.
If you won with the Santa Claus cards, the zeros, you don't get to keep that. You get to give it to somebody else, as is the charitable gift of an automatic win. And I read the rules quite a few times, and it took me the 3rd or 4th where I was like, "Is that what you do? Is that how you're supposed to play it?" It makes sense, but I was like that. They worded it very weird in terms of special cards. What do they do?
Yeah, I don't like that. Because it's not exactly an automatic win because there is the 2 zeros.
Mm-hmm.
But it's it is just an ace. I guess it could keep you from just saving the ace and having it for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But
if somebody else has a lot of points, you can hit him with the 0 to give it to Josh, who got 1 card.
yeah, that I guess that is a good point. Just be let's get this guy some love, and also just get those points away from.
Yeah, this majority of the rules very straightforward, but there were a few times upon rereading, and again, I'm the guy that reads it 7 or 8 times right before the game starts. I kind of throw the rules at them, and they're just cool, we'll get it. So there's always a few things, but 8 out of 10 is still very good.
Yeah.
Our next is quite simply the gameplay. How'd you like the game out of 10?
7 out of 10. Nice group. Again, group game. You sit down. Simple rules help with it, but sit down, play it. You take 5 minutes to explain it and can play it. I would bump that up to 8 with the amended rules we did.
With the group rules?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that did add a good chunk to mine. I'm giving it a 9 because I do think it is a simple game, a quick game, a very fun game. But I do think, again, those shuffling the day cards really helped us because it put some edge. It got rid of some of the overthinking of it. This next category is out of 5. We broke the next category into 2, so this is first one out of 5. Short-term replayability. We just finished this game. Out of 5, how likely are you to be like, let's do another round of that?
I go 4.
Okay.
I think it helps that you have 1,000 games to choose from. But if it was this or like Uno or I don't know, Life or whatever, I think I would pick this a lot of the times. 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll also give this a 4. This is another one where I'm like, I could play it again, but I also know with a vast collection of games, like I can if we like this, I can find you 2 similar ones that we can do.
Yeah.
On the inverse of that is long-term replayability. We just played this. It's 1 or 2 hangouts from now. How likely you'd be like, hey, can you bring 12 days with you?
I think it would be. It feels seasonal, almost.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are nearing Christmas, obviously. So I would probably say to bring it now, but say it's summer.
But in the midst of May.
I think honestly 2.
2? Yeah. I was also saying 2. It is very fun. And like consistently in like November and December, I'll be like, do you guys want me to bring 12 days? But like this isn't just popping out at a random hangout.
Yeah.
Finally, the last one, objectively, out of 10, how did you like it? This is your personal ranking of everything in the game.
I think overall, I think I'd go 6. More so to leave room at the top for just more in-depth or less seasonal, more like year-round games. I think the seasonality of it and the simplicity, and even with the random rules, still it's not like endlessly replayable.
Yeah.
But I think a 6 is still, it's a good game. It's above average. I think I've absolutely played games where I'm like, I never want to touch this game again. Whether it be the game itself or your brother picking on me while we play the game. But
I can't believe I can't invite one of you over when we inevitably play Bang.
Yeah, no. I'll sit that one out. What's that? 3 years from now? Maybe I'll get over it. Maybe the trauma from 5 years ago at UBCon will finally drift away.
What year was that? That was pre-pandemic.
I think
2017 or 2018?
I think 2018. Yeah.
It's been 5 years. And you harbor so many grudges.
I will hold that grudge.
If it makes you feel better, John, our friend John, has a grudge against myself and our friend Doug from 2013 because we were playing War, and me and Doug were both trying to get John to be in an alliance to get the third guy out, and John was amassing troops, and he's like, and about halfway through, me and Doug went, what if we teamed up and killed John? And John has been so angry because he still says that he did nothing wrong and didn't deserve to be wiped off the map. And we were like, we didn't like how strong you were bolstering.
Yeah. Played scared. If you play scared, even no matter how many troops you have to hide behind, sharks will sense blood.
Oh, yeah. He didn't even bolster in, like, Australia. It was South America where there's 2 points of entry.
Rookie. You'd think the amount of times he's asked us to play Risk, or War, or whatever it was.
Risk, yeah. Classic game.
Classic two-person card game War.
Yeah.
Brain fart there. But you think with the amount of times he's asked, he'd be beter at it.
Mm-hmm.
Although, would you say 2013?
Yeah.
He was like 12 at that point. 15?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we were all about 15. So, with all of that, we have our 5 categories. You scored this game out of 50 at a whopping 38.
Yeah.
I, liking it just a hair more, I don't think I said my number because we started talking about it. But I gave it a 7 because, again, it's fun, but it's also a very niche thing.
Yeah.
I have given it a score of 39.
Okay.
So very close.
Yeah, I think that's way overrating it.
Yeah. Arguments can be made +1, -1. But yeah, this, again, similar to 5 Minute Dungeon with Jordan, this was a very solid game. There are a lot of better starter games out there, but this is fantastic. You can get your hands on it. That's pretty much it. You got any other quips about this game?
No, I think I've got my piece across. Again, I mean, good game, great for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely, if you see it and you're especially if you're a big Christmas person, I know there are a lot of people out there, they really, love the holiday season, all that. I think it's a good game. It's a good family game.
Oh, yeah.
Play with kids or, whatnot, but...
That is something I hadn't considered. This is a good game for kids.
Yeah.
At the basis, you can say just put a low number down. Granted, you're going to screw them on the gift days because they're going to be just throwing cards to you, but...
You gotta just, you gotta throw the game for the children sometimes. Yeah. I was playing a Pokemon matching game with my niece and nephew, and I could have swept them. They wouldn't have had a chance to go.
Oh, yeah.
But, you gotta let them win sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Not every time. It's important to remind them.
I can get you at any moment, but I won't.
But, yeah, I think overall good game. Good play.
Yep. This has been post-match for 12 days. We want to wish you guys a happy holidays. We thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to watch us. We'll see you guys next week. Later.
See ya.
And that's that. That's ball game, baby. Woo! That's content. There we go.